The Morgan dollar is the #1 collector vintage coin, period, surpassing the wheat cent, the buffalo nickel, and the Kennedy half dollar. It's that beautiful, big silver cartwheel from the Wild West. And every once in a while, we get enough in to make it one of our daily deals. And tonight's special. When you look at the quality of these coins and just the representative samples we have on the set, it is a lights out, not only date and mint, but lights out on quality and, of course, price. Here we go. So tonight we're actually going to spend a few minutes on the bookends of the original 27-year program. The Morgan dollar was the child of the largest silver find ever in America. It was known as the Comstock Lode. And it was actually a byproduct of people heading west to get to California. You kind of take the Oregon Trail and your wagon trains, and when you get to Nevada, right before the mountains, waiting for your time of year to pass through, people are settling. And they settled out in Virginia City, Nevada, one of the stopping points. Well, waiting there for their time to take the journey, a few prospectors actually discovered the largest silver vein in the history of the United States. The silver interests out west petitioned the U.S. government. Now we have silver. Let's make that big silver dollar again. You might remember our early colonial period, 1793 to 1804, that time frame, we made a few dollars. We didn't make any silver dollars until the 1840s, and then they were sporadic at best until the Morgan dollar came along. And that was because we didn't have silver. It was actually legal tender in the United States prior to the Morgan dollar to have English coins and Spanish coins. That ended in 1857, the Coinage Act of 1857. And the discovery of silver and the push to have a silver dollar finally brought forward. It was designed by George T. Morgan. The nickname the Morgan dollar is the history, right? So the program was 27 years, 1878 all the way through 1904. Then it was ended. It was brought back in 21 because the peace dollar design wasn't ready until late in the year. So now let's talk about this special opportunity. I hope you've been just looking at the coins because they are like, wow. So we have the first year of issue and the finest strike. First year of issue, 1878, we had Philadelphia, Carson City, and San Francisco striking the coin. And the finest strike, the best looking coins are always the S mint mark above the D and the O in dollar. Now, the unique thing about the New Orleans Mint is the fact that it closed its doors in 1909. So when the series ended in 1904, the Morgan Dollar series, that means this is the last silver dollar ever struck in the history of the United States at the New Orleans Mint. The perfect bookend. The end of the era with the end of the mint's era as well. Era, not error. The O mint mark is above the D and the O in dollar on this one. Person we do a lot of business with, one of our scroungers across the country, going to shows every week, the ones we can't get to, so we're kind of spread out always, which is a wonderful thing. The more touches, the more opportunities. Came back with 4 or 5 rolls of each of these. He says, and all the comment was, 1878S, 5 rolls, I think you're going to like them. 1904 O's, 6 rolls. I think you're going to like them. And when we got them here in the office, earlier part of the week, it was like, wow. Wow. You could tell the rolls were actually original rolls. The coins all looked homogeneous together. They were all blast white brilliance, which means somebody for the last 100+ years on the 1904 and the 140 years on the 1878 kept these coins stored to where they didn't show any traces of wear and or color. Remember, silver is a softer metal. When it oxidizes with the moisture in the air, if you put it on a red velvet over a short period of time, it's going to turn reddish. If you put paper rolls on it and they're stored improperly, right, you're going to see the yellow rings around the outside, just proving the coins are original, but based upon the moisture and then the writing or whatever that might be on the paper rolls, it kind of slides onto the coins. Not always perfect. But when you can find them like this where they're visually perfect, wow. The competition on these two beauties, $223 and $175 respectively. Our price tonight, $89.95, $79.95, our regular prices. But I'm just telling you, we swapped out the coins to show you the actual coins you're getting. These are what they look like all across the board. They are gorgeous pieces, period. Outright special coins. Now in 2021, for the 100th anniversary of our last Morgan, I mentioned they made the Morgan dollar in 1921 for a short period of time, right? Well, they celebrated the last Morgan and the first peace dollar, the 100-year anniversary. 2021, it was a phenomenal year for coins. And when they said they were making a Morgan dollar again, it was, okay, what are they going to do? Well, they made one Morgan dollar for each mint that struck the original Morgans. So San Francisco and New Orleans made a new Morgan dollar for the first time in 2021. New Orleans was closed, so the O mints were actually struck at the Philadelphia Mint. And they used an O overprint punch to put the mint mark on the coin in Philadelphia. They made 175,000 of each of them. You might remember the New Orleans was released on May 24th, sold out in 3 minutes. It was crazy time. And then they waited 8 weeks until they launched the S, and that was on August 3rd, and it sold out in a matter of 5 minutes, and then delivered the coins in late October, early November of the same year. 175,000 each of the brand new Morgans, an S mint and an O mint. Can you find them for under $250 to $270 today? I've seen them over $3. Over the last couple of years, I've seen them over $4. Or you can go back to the coin that actually started the story and ended the story for two of the most fabled mints in history. And look at the quality. The breast feathers are the highest point. Look at the quality of these coins. Guys, give me a 30-second clock, please. Lots of activity and thanks. Remember, avccoins.com is always there to support. If you're looking for a Morgan, circulated, uncirculated, certified, odds are we have it. Check us out. But tonight, the special is right here. It's not only the coin, 78S, the first S, 040, the last O mint ever. It's the quality, crazy uncirculated. I wish it was a grade, but when you look at these, you know what I mean. But look at the price. We're $100 less per coin and then some, and this is what you're getting for it. That's called the AVC way. And that's why we call this segment the Daily Deal.